2020 has been quite the year. Due to the global pandemic, this year has looked much different than any of us could have ever imagined. For many of us here at D3b, that's meant new routines, new workspaces, even new coworkers, and new challenges to overcome. But in the true spirit of D3b, each of you has worked hard to support each other and our center family. Thanks to your hard work, we've continued to find ways to win and discover new ways to break through for every child, every time, everywhere.
Hi team. This year's event sure looks a lot different from last year's event, but what never changes is D3b's passion, D3b's culture, and D3b's pursuit of excellence. Cancer didn't stop because of COVID, and neither did D3b. Throughout the pandemic, D3b remained innovative and productive, and the team members supported one another. I will never forget the incredible parade in front of my house. It was the most thoughtful thing anyone has ever done for me. You all inspire me to be better in every aspect of my professional and personal life because of your tireless commitment to one another and to finding breakthroughs that will improve the lives of sick children. This year was full of tremendous wins, but for me, the biggest win was a letter I got from a patient's mother who sent me a picture of her son graduating college. She said she knew they were one of the lucky ones, and that 5 years later, they still cherish every day, and that every day they pray for me and the team so that one day every child can have the same outcome that her son had. She also said they were proud that his tumor is in our bank. This story is why my word for D3b is purpose. So thank you for all you do, and I'm excited for what we'll do together in 2021.
Happy end of the year, everybody. My biggest win from this year with D3b was receiving the very first NF2 samples as part of our collaboration under CBTN. It was very exciting to be able to have families interested in donating samples, be able to actually see that carried through. My favorite part about working with D3b is the people, both the people directly on my team, the ones that provide the support across each of the different teams, as well as the families, the surgeons, the investigators that we get to work with. I think we have a really driven group that makes it really fun to always be taking on whatever the day's challenges are.
Hey D3b, I think that my greatest win this year was probably getting to join the team back in March. It's been a great opportunity to get to work with such wonderful people, and everyone's been so great welcoming me, especially since I never got to join when we were all together in the building at Roberts. It's been a great place to work, and you're all wonderful coworkers, and I can't wait to have another great year next year and even better 2021.
Well, this has been a bit of a crazy year. I think my biggest win is probably getting through this big Amazon migration we did, getting everything into the new account and making sure everything worked there. That was a huge project. As far as my favorite thing about working at D3b Center is all of you. You really keep me on my toes and get me to want to push myself and work harder and get to the next level. You guys are awesome, and you keep making the rest of us better. And then I don't think I can pick one word that describes D3b. There's too many of us doing too much cool stuff. We're not just one thing, and there's no way I can find a single word to describe all that. And yeah, that's my piece. Thank you all for being awesome.
Hi everyone, my win for 2020 is very personal. It was completing my chemotherapy treatment on April 21st for breast cancer, and I wanted to thank D3b for the tremendous outpouring of love and support from day one of my diagnosis all the way through my journey. You are all so amazing, and I wouldn't have wanted to do it without you. Thank you very much. And that leads me into the reasons why I love D3b, and it's that, the camaraderie, the fun, and the tremendous amount of work that this group does on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. What we do to accomplish to help children is amazing, and I wouldn't want to be a part of any other group. You can't find this anywhere. I've worked in multiple places, and this is truly the best place to be. And with that, the one word I would use to describe D3B is extraordinary, and I will always describe it as extraordinary. What we do is definitely outside the box. It is truly tremendous to help these kids, and being with you all and a part of the center is something that I would never not want to be a part of. So thank you for all that you do. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for everything you do on a daily basis. You are just fantastic people. Thank you for being my extended family. You're extraordinary. And I wish everyone the best, most happy 2021. Stay safe and healthy. Take care.
The challenges we faced this year have not stopped us from achieving big wins, both individually and across the center. When we couldn't do research in the ways we've known before, we developed new methods to move science forward. This year, we created new collaborations, partnered with researchers all over the globe, and wouldn't stop working to accelerate discoveries for the patients who depend on us.
Hi, this is my audition for the Golden Unicorn Award. We don't do that. Sorry about that. All right, my biggest win this year, probably buying fleecy sweatpants. They're super comfortable and warm, and it was an extremely good decision. But I probably should have bought more than one pair. My favorite thing about working at D3b, I'd say a unified sense of purpose. It's kind of nice to be in a place where everybody's trying to achieve the same goal.
Hey everybody. So my biggest win this year, I think, was turning 30. A woman once told me that turning 30 was like finding your perfect pair of jeans, and she was absolutely right. My favorite thing about working at D3b is working with all of you. And it's a vacation time. We get so many days off, and it's amazing. And one word that describes D3b, I think, is kindness. I truly appreciate working with all of you. I think everyone is so kind and intelligent, and thank you all for inspiring me, and I really enjoy working with every single one of you.
So I would say my biggest win for this year would be getting into grad school. Best thing about working at D3b would be the people. If I have to describe D3b in one word, it would be supportive.
D3b. My favorite thing about working at D3b is the people I work with. They're so kind and generous. One word to describe D3b is intelligence.
Hi D3b. My biggest win this year was definitely getting married. In March, this was something my now husband and I definitely didn't think was going to happen this year. And we got a beautiful day in August that we could safely do it with our parents and my sister, so it was perfect, and that's definitely my biggest win for 2020. The reason I love working at D3b, besides for all of my fabulous coworkers, is that there is always something new to learn at D3b. Not only is D3b always cutting edge, so there's always new science to learn, like proteomics or single cell sequencing. We have such an amazingly diverse team that covers so many different aspects of the scientific process. And because we have such an amazing team, everyone's always willing to sit down with you and explain how they did something or why they did something. And it's just really exciting. It's really exciting to be exposed to so many different areas of science and to be working with people who are willing to teach. I find that very exciting. So that is why I love working with all of you. And then the one word that I choose to describe D3B is quest. And I'm definitely cheating a little bit here because the reason that I chose this word is that my favorite song of all time is The Impossible Dream or The Quest from Man of La Mancha. And if you haven't listened to it yet, you definitely should, because I think that the entire song really encompasses what D3B is about and what all of you are all about. One line in particular that I wanted to share that sticks out with me in relation to D3B is, and this is my quest to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for a heavenly cause. And I have just seen this time and time again with D3B and everyone who works here. While Don Quixote in Man of La Mancha was fighting imaginary monsters, the monsters that we fight at D3B are very real. And, you know, some days it is harder and some days it does kind of suck. And everybody on the team just rallies and they're always going above and beyond because this is for the kids. This is very real for those kids and for their families. And so that's why I chose Quest, because this is our quest to find breakthroughs for every child, every time, everywhere, and everyone is really fully committed to that. So, yeah, Quest.
Hi everyone. Thinking about my biggest win this year, I had many, but I think one of them is, being healthy, being able to be together with my family and have a job here with everybody. I think that's a huge accomplishment for me this year. I think my favorite thing in the center is definitely our mission. I'm very mission oriented and I love and I'm very, very proud of our mission. And of course the people. That's my second favorite thing. And I think the word that best describes the center for me is awesome. I love this place, I love everyone here, and I love what we're trying to accomplish, and I think that makes the center awesome. Hope everybody enjoys their holidays and can take some time to recharge and spend with their families and come back again next year. Thank you.
Hi everyone. My biggest win of this year was securing one of the best desk spots with a great view on the 19th floor of Roberts, only to get it taken away like a month later due to COVID and work from home. But for real, my biggest win of this year is I am feeling great mentally, and which is very important. I am feeling, motivated every day to wake up and live life and work, and it's just has been amazing, and it feels incredible. And so my favorite thing about working at D3B is probably being able to have side conversations and giggles and chats with my team and just everyone in the kitchen. It really is a fun environment. And I think one word that best describes D3B is warmth. I do feel supported by this team in the center, and I love working for D3B.
Hello D3B. I have to admit, I was one of those folks when I first read on Slack, "What's your biggest win of the year?" My mind just went blank. I think it's been a really tough year to think about big wins. And so upon a little bit further reflection, I think my biggest win of the year has been appreciating all the wins along the way, whether big, medium, small, tiny, nano, femto, pico, everything from getting a new study on the portal, data tracker releases, going into a meeting and getting clear action items, going to stand-up, the AWS migration, seeing new Tableau dashboards roll out, to getting an email just thanking me for solving a problem that someone had, to being able to put up my Christmas tree for the first time in several years, because without having to travel, I've been able to do way more around the house. So I think this year has really been appreciating all the different wins that collectively move towards those bigger wins that will get done. And that brings me to my favorite part of working at D3b. And I think like many people have said, it really is the people. Everyone here is amazing. We all bring different skill sets, different backgrounds, and we all bring it to bear in a really meaningful way towards our mission of, I think, really using data to empower new discoveries and transforming data into impact for children across the world. And so I guess in terms of a word I'll use to describe D3b, it's a word I really like to use a lot, but I think it's very appropriate here, and that's D3b is awesome. Not just in the informal sense of terrific and outstanding and fantastic, which it is, of course, all those things, but also in the more formal sense of D3b inspires and deserves awe.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to pass on a message of gratitude to all of you for going above and beyond and seeing us through this challenging year in 2020. I look forward to supporting all of you in our activities and shared vision and mission for driving breakthroughs for every child, every time, everywhere in 2021. So with that, I wish you all a happy holiday. And if I had to describe the center in one word, for now, I would call that pioneering. Thank you for all you do.
Hi everyone, thanks so much for joining today, and as part of my holiday message, I just wanted to really thank everyone for what you have done this past year through unprecedented challenges in the context of COVID. That is to say, we had challenges plenty even before COVID. On behalf of one of the most important and challenging missions I think any one of us could undertake in a lifetime. But it's been an unprecedented privilege for me to work with each and every one of you, and maybe one of the benefits of COVID has been really the amount of time I've been able to spend with the teams and team members, obviously not in person, but on Zoom or Slack or Blue Jeans. And in many ways, that was sort of a gift, given all the previous travel and outside base interactions that we typically have to engage. So, in some respects, it's had its benefit, at least for me, and the opportunity to really engage all of you. Many of you are new to the center, and we actually haven't met in person as of yet, but hopefully for you it's also been a thrill thus far. I really want to thank you for persevering through constant change and really the daily challenges of really engaging hard work that others have not done, others haven't tried, and for which oftentimes we are the vanguards in ways that is a constant challenge, but has unbelievable and promising rewards for our patients and families and all of those who believe and trust and dedicate so much of themselves in what we actually do. So I couldn't be more privileged to be your partner in these efforts, and likewise I hope this next year obviously gets easier, and I really look forward to all that's to come in this next year as we constantly engage toward that next step, that next evolution of our fight on behalf of every child, everywhere, and every time. So thanks so much.
Thank you.